What's up YouTube? Samurai Jack here. Happy New Year 2016. Sorry for the lack of content. I've been busy with stuff. But I figured I'd start off the new year with something big. Like the first ever booster box on my channel. So yeah, I managed to get it after selling the footage trend I've had since pre-release, which I've learned if it depending on the price, if it's at a high, sell it as ASAP. But you know, got a good deal at one of my game shops. So let's get started. But yeah, I've also been busy with Jurassic World the game, which I may or may not decide to record, but let's see. Chasm Guide, Encircling Fissure, Horrible Awry, Gruesome Slaughter. 6 of anything for a sorcery until on a turn, your colorless creatures you can tap them to deal damage. And Kior's Emblem. But yeah, this art kind of reminds me that Battle for Zendikar is basically like Attack on Titan for Magic the Gathering. Because, you know, giant monsters that like to consume everything, well, you know, there is the difference. As for any plans for videos in 2016, well, the Kids' Choice Awards are coming, so there's that. And I've also been thinking, like, starting February, gonna do, like, a countdown to Deadpool either a week before the movie comes out, or the whole 2 weeks before it comes out. Anyway, Skitter Skin, A Titan's Presence, Molten Nursery, Smothering Abomination, 2 black and 2 anything for no Eldrazi with the Void and Flying. Beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Every time you sacrifice, draw a card. Rochamber, Forerunner of the Slaughter, Return to Corhelm, Angelic Captain. 3 anything and red and white for an angel ally with at 4/3 and can fly. Whenever it attacks, it gets +1/+1 until in a turn for each other attacking ally. Which would be good in a General Tajri Commander deck. Oh, and a foil Hedron Archive. 4 of anything, tap it to add 2 to your mana pool, and 2 to sacrifice it to draw 2 cards. But yeah, I was iffy on whether or not to get Battle for Zendikar or Oath of the Gatewatch since it came out, but it's a bit iffy right now with some of the prices, the value of some of the cards, though if anything, there are some to look forward to. I'm mainly focusing on how well Sylvan Advocate does, because it would probably do well in a Tarka Landfall deck, since I kind of run a budgeted version of it. Drawn an Emissary, Firemantle Mage, Return to Valakut. Ooh, Quarantine Field, our first mythic in the box. 2X and 2 white. When it enters the battlefield, put X isolation counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, for each isolation counter on it, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. And a foil core Blade Whirl with that has Rally, and whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield under control, Creatures gain first strike. And for force. Royal's Retribution. Adverse Conditions. The Pilgrim's Eye. Oh! Kiora, Master of Depths. 2 and green and blue for a Planeswalker. For Planeswalker Kiora, starting at 4 loyalty. You can trigger a +1 to untap target creature and 1 land. -2, which is pretty good for my Sidisi Commander deck. Reveal the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a creature card or a land card from them to your hand, the rest into your graveyard, and then you get the emblem. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have it fight another creature, and then immediately put 3/8/8 blue octopus tokens. And a foil fortified rampart. See what I mean about how it's basically Attack on Titan for Magic the Gathering? Of a 0/6 defender for 2. Oh, and we got the dragon token for the reprinted dragon outcaster? I mean, master or something like... I haven't played original Zendikar. But I know it was in the original Zendikar block. It's the 1-drop that when you have 7 or more lands, you get the dragon can put the dragon token on. So, but yeah, that Kiora emblem must have been foreshadowing or something. Growth Tender Druids, Vile Aggregate, Blighted Woodwind, Scatter to the Winds. Basically a rare version of Dissolve or Cancel, but it has the bonus of having the awakening cost of 4 and 2 blue. Plains and an Eldrazi Scion token. Transgress the Mind. Ooh, Stasis Snare. I've been needing this for my Narset deck. 1 and 2 white to flash in and basically trigger the Oblivion Ring effect. I should have just said Oblivion Ring with flash. Ulamog's Nullifier. And the Brood Butcher. 3 and black and green. The Void. When it enters the battlefield, put a Scion token, and then you can pay green and black to sacrifice a creature, and a target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. Island and plant for the Druid. But yeah, we got Kiora. Let's see if we can get Gideon or any Expedition land. Rolling Thunder, Hagar Sharpshooter, Bane of Balaged, Fathom Feeder, blue and black for a devoid creature with Death Touch, and Ingest. And it also has... Oh! And a foil Feldar Sovereign. Nice! Vigilance lifelink at the beginning of a upkeep. If you have 40 or more life, you win the game. Grave Rumbler, Built-in Forge, Regular Core Blader, and Sunken Hollow. Right, there's also the land cycle in this. Island Swamp, as long as you have two basics, it enters in untapped. Return to Xandu, Spawning Bed, Wind Rider Patrol, March from the Tomb. Return any number of allies with Convert Cast 8 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield for 5. Another Stasis Snare, Sylvan Scrying, Carry a Thrall, Munda, Ambush Leader. 2 red-white for an ally with Rowie. Whenever it or another ally enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards, reveal any number of allies from among them, put them to the top of your library in A or the rest into the bottom of your library. So far, pretty exciting pulls we got. Another Transgress the Mind, Return to Emeria, Dampening Pulse, Orn Reef Hydra. A 5/5 for 6, Trample and Landfall. When land enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on it. If it's a forest, double it. Chasm Guide, Return to Emeria, Dampening Pulse, Nissa's Renewal, 6 to search for your library for up to 3 basics, they enter in tapped, and you gain 7 life. Grove Rumbler, Slab Hammer, Royal Spout, Planar Outburst. 3 and 2 white, destroy all non-land creatures with an awakened cost total of 8. Oh, and my first foil full art land mountain from both sets. Well, we're only halfway, so I'll have to. And my battery's running low, and my camera's SD card has a limited amount of space. Join me in part 2.